So for question one, one thing I noticed about the play, it was a little strange that Pentheus was so aggressive towards wanting to take down Dionysus. In my experience with Greek mythology, usually when there's a question of a god, whether or not he's legit or not, there are other ways to finding that out rather than trying to wage war against them, which in the book is stated as a bad idea. So that was pretty strange to me. Question two, I think a big value that they practice is loyalty to gods, but I think there's kind of two perspectives we can look at. Is the old one, Cadmus and Tiresias just kind of go with the flow, and they say, hey, if this man claims he's a god and he's done godly acts, well, then we should follow him. We shouldn't anger him. But on the other hand, Pentheus is like, you say you're a god. I don't believe you. That's sacrilege. You can't say that. I'm going to wage war against you. So it's kind of like the young perspective, got a lot of energy, versus the old perspective, who's just kind of like, if he says he is, okay. So I thought that was interesting. Question three, one thing I found was a little confusing was I was a little confused why Dionysus was talking in third person when he was talking with Pentheus. So I looked that up and I came to find out that he um, came up as a stranger to Pentheus. So that made things a lot easier to understand because I was a little confused. Um, but yeah. Question four. I don't think there is a consistent understanding of the Maionids. Pentheus sees them as animals and kind of sees them as men, because typically in Greek culture, men are the ones who are the warriors and the ones always looking for sex and dancing and praising gods, whereas women are typically just there to have children, be a good wife, support husbands and whatever they do. So I think Pentheus sees them as like kind of men, like savages, whereas other people see them as these beautiful human beings just expressing their values. Question five. I was a little confused why Elvis was on the cover. I was talking with one of my buddies who was also reading the play, and we kind of came to the conclusion that we could relate Elvis to Dionysus, where Dionysus, has this power over women, and he's making them do these crazy things. Well, Elvis was the same way when he was at the peak of his career. He had women following him and loving him. So that was kind of what we came up with. That's really the only thing we could come up with. So yeah. Um, so two questions I have about this play. At the end, why were Cadmus and his wife turned into snakes? I thought they were loyal to Dionysus. I guess not. I don't know. Question two, why does Pentheus all of a sudden agree to do what Dionysus suggests? There's a part in the play, kind of halfway through the play, maybe a little bit before, where it's like they're arguing, and then all of a sudden Pentheus just agrees to do what this stranger Dionysus says. So I'm kind of wondering what that's all about.